Have you been struggling with high blood sugar, stubborn belly fat, or worrying cholesterol levels that just don't seem to improve, no matter what you try? You're not alone. Millions of older adults feel frustrated and helpless, watching their health slip away despite medications, diets, and endless advice. It can feel like a never-ending battle measuring your sugar every morning, avoiding your favorite foods, and still not seeing real results. Sometimes, it seems like nothing works. But what if the answer was simpler than you think? What if something as natural and accessible as a single leaf could offer real support to your body? There's a reason why this story is being called a miracle. In today's video, we'll explore how this one powerful leaf may help support healthy blood sugar, reduce bad cholesterol, and even target stubborn belly fat, especially in people over 60. This isn't magic. It's about understanding what your body truly needs and giving it the right tools in the right way. Stay with us until the end, because we'll walk you through everything step by step, clearly, honestly, and with total respect for your journey. You might just find the answer you've been looking for. Let's begin by talking about the reality many older adults face when it comes to managing chronic conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, and excess abdominal fat. These are not just minor issues, they are major concerns that can silently chip away at your quality of life, energy, and independence. Diabetes, especially type 2, is one of the fastest growing health issues among seniors. Over time, it can damage nerves, kidneys, vision, and the heart. And yet, it often creeps in without loud warning signs. You may feel tired more often, notice blurry vision, or find that small cuts take longer to heal. These little changes can signal a bigger problem developing inside your body. Then there's high cholesterol, particularly the type known as LDL, or bad cholesterol. It builds up silently in your blood vessels, slowly narrowing them, and increasing your risk of heart attacks or strokes. It's easy to ignore at first, but its effects can be devastating if left untreated. And what about belly fat? For many seniors, this becomes one of the most frustrating physical changes. Even if the rest of the body seems fine, fat tends to settle in the abdominal area as we age. This isn't just about appearance. Belly fat is linked to a higher risk of insulin resistance, heart disease, and even some cancers. It's a visible warning sign that the body is out of balance. Now imagine waking up every day feeling sluggish, watching your waistline expand, and dealing with constant worries about blood sugar levels. You're doing your best, taking your medications, trying to eat better, maybe even exercising a little, but nothing seems to change. The weight doesn't budge. The numbers don't drop. You start to feel discouraged and defeated. But what if something natural, simple, and even ancient could help shift the balance? That's where this remarkable leaf comes in. Used in traditional cultures for generations, this leaf is now gaining attention from modern science, and not without reason. Its natural compounds appear to work with the body, supporting healthier metabolism, improving insulin sensitivity, and even helping reduce cholesterol levels over time. This doesn't mean you can throw away your medications or expect instant results. That's not how real health works. But it does mean you may have an ally, something that supports your system gently, without chemicals, and fits into your daily routine without effort or expense. We'll explore this leaf in more detail soon, but for now, understand this. The challenges you face are real, but they are not unbeatable. There are still options. And sometimes, nature has a way of surprising us with answers we never knew we needed. To truly understand how this one leaf could be helpful, we first need to break down what's really happening inside the body when it comes to diabetes, cholesterol, and belly fat, especially for those over 60. Let's start with diabetes. When we eat, our body turns food into glucose, a type of sugar that provides energy. But in people with type 2 diabetes, the body stops responding properly to insulin, the hormone that helps move glucose into the cells. This is called insulin resistance. It's like your cells are no longer opening the door when insulin knocks. As a result, sugar builds up in the blood instead of being used for energy. Over time, This high blood sugar causes damage all over the body, affecting nerves, eyes, kidneys, and even brain function. Age makes this problem worse. As we get older, the body naturally becomes less efficient at processing sugar. Muscle mass decreases, physical activity slows down, and fat tends to increase, especially around the abdomen. All these changes create the perfect conditions for insulin resistance to grow quietly in the background. Now let's talk about cholesterol. Your body actually needs cholesterol to function. It helps build cells and produce hormones. But when there's too much of the wrong type, particularly LDL, low-density lipoprotein, it starts to stick to the walls of your arteries. Imagine pouring grease down a narrow pipe every day. It builds up and clogs the flow. That's what LDL does to your blood vessels. Over time, this buildup hardens and narrows the arteries, reducing blood flow and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. High cholesterol often has no symptoms. That's why it's so dangerous. You might feel perfectly fine while serious damage is quietly building inside your cardiovascular system. Then there's belly fat. This isn't just a cosmetic concern. Fat around the waist, especially visceral fat, the kind that wraps around your organs, is highly active in the body. It releases chemicals that cause inflammation, raise blood pressure, and increase blood sugar levels. It also worsens insulin resistance, creating a vicious cycle. More belly fat leads to higher blood sugar, which then leads to more fat storage. In people over 60, these problems are closely connected. High blood sugar, bad cholesterol, and belly fat often go hand in hand. It's a trio that weakens the body's systems slowly but surely. And because the symptoms develop gradually, many people don't realize what's happening until they've already lost energy, gained weight, or had a health scare. This is why it's so important to understand the issue in a practical, simple way. It's not about blaming yourself. These changes are part of how the body ages. But once you understand the process, you can start to make gentle, meaningful changes that work with your body, not against it. And this is where nature steps in. Certain plants contain compounds that naturally support insulin sensitivity, help lower LDL cholesterol, and even reduce inflammation without overwhelming your system. This isn't about miracles. It's about giving your body a little extra help from the wisdom of nature. Living with conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, and stubborn belly fat doesn't just affect your numbers at the doctor's office. It deeply affects your daily life, your emotions, and your sense of self. For older adults, these health challenges can feel especially heavy. They don't just limit your body, they often limit your confidence, your independence, and even your joy. Physically, the signs are hard to ignore. Diabetes may cause fatigue so strong that even simple tasks like walking to the mailbox feel exhausting. Your feet may feel numb or tingly. Your eyes might struggle to focus. You may experience frequent thirst or find yourself waking at night to urinate. Over time, if left unchecked, these symptoms can lead to serious complications like kidney damage, vision loss, and infections that don't heal. High cholesterol doesn't always show itself, but its consequences can be sudden and severe. A stroke or a heart attack can come without warning, changing your life in an instant. It's the quiet buildup inside your arteries that creates the danger, and once the damage is done, recovery can be long and difficult, especially as we age. And then there's the issue of belly fat. For many seniors, weight gain around the midsection becomes a constant source of frustration and discomfort. Clothes don't fit the way they used to. Movement becomes more difficult. Sleep is interrupted. Even sitting in a chair can feel uncomfortable when there's pressure around your stomach. And the worst part? It often feels like no matter what you eat or how much you walk, the belly fat refuses to go away. But beyond the physical symptoms, there's another layer that doesn't get talked about enough: the emotional toll. When your health feels out of your control, it can be incredibly discouraging. You may feel ashamed of your body or frustrated that your efforts aren't working. Some people begin to isolate themselves, avoiding social gatherings or activities they once enjoyed. Others may fall into patterns of emotional eating, further feeding the cycle of weight gain and fatigue. It's common to feel anxious about the future, wondering if things will get worse, if you'll need help, or if you'll lose your independence. This kind of worry can quietly erode your sense of peace and purpose. And yet, there's a quiet strength that lives inside every person facing these challenges. Even when your body feels like it's betraying you, your spirit remains. You keep searching, learning, hoping, looking for something that will make a difference. That's what brings so many people to natural remedies and supportive habits. Not because they expect a magic cure, but because they're tired of feeling powerless. They want to feel like they can take action, small steps, each day, that support their well-being without fear or pressure. When we talk about this one leaf that may help with blood sugar, cholesterol, and belly fat, we're really talking about something deeper. Hope. A natural way to care for your body, to feel good again, to reconnect with a version of yourself that feels healthy and strong. When it comes to diabetes, cholesterol, and belly fat, there's no shortage of advice. Friends, family, television, the internet, everyone seems to have an opinion. But not all of it is true. In fact, many common beliefs can actually make it harder for older adults to manage their health effectively. Let's take a moment to separate myth from fact. One of the most harmful myths is that once you have type 2 diabetes or high cholesterol, there's nothing you can do, it's just part of aging. That's simply not true. While these conditions are more common in older adults, they are not an automatic part of getting older. With the right lifestyle adjustments and knowledge, many people are able to manage, improve, or even reverse certain symptoms. It's never too late to take control of your health. Another common myth is that belly fat is just a cosmetic issue. People often think, it's just a little extra weight, I can live with it. But the truth is, belly fat, especially the deep kind that surrounds internal organs, is dangerous. It contributes to insulin resistance, inflammation, and higher cholesterol. It's not about looks, it's about what's happening on the inside. There's also the belief that only medications can fix these problems. While medications can play a vital role and should never be stopped without medical guidance, they are not the only solution. Food, movement, and certain natural ingredients like the leaf we're discussing can offer real support when used consistently and wisely. The body has an incredible ability to respond when it's given the right environment. Another myth is that healthy eating is too expensive or complicated. Many older adults worry they can't afford special foods or supplements. But the truth is, some of the most powerful tools for your health are simple, everyday items like herbs, spices, and vegetables. And this special leaf we'll talk more about soon? It's something many people can grow at home or find for very little cost. Finally, there's the idea that it's too late to change. This is perhaps the most dangerous belief of all. No matter your age or condition, every day is a chance to do something kind for your body. Even small shifts can lead to real, lasting improvements. Understanding the truth gives you freedom. Freedom to make better choices, to ask better questions, and to believe in better outcomes. Now that we've explored the challenges and the myths, it's time to focus on what really matters. Simple, practical things you can start doing today to support your health. The good news? You don't need fancy diets, expensive supplements, or hours of exercise to make a difference. What you do need is consistency, gentleness with yourself, and the willingness to try. Let's begin with the natural solution that brought you here, this one powerful leaf. It's known in many cultures as insulin leaf or Costus igneus, and in others, it's called banaba leaf or guava leaf, depending on the tradition and plant used. The key idea behind all of them is the same. Nature provides certain leaves with active compounds that can help regulate blood sugar levels, lower LDL cholesterol, and reduce inflammation in the body. Many of these leaves contain phytochemicals like corosolic acid, flavonoids, and tannins, natural compounds that may improve how your body uses insulin, reduce blood sugar spikes after meals, and even support fat metabolism. In traditional medicine, these leaves have been used for generations. And more recently, some small studies and reports suggest they may offer genuine support when added to a healthy lifestyle. So how do you use them? It depends on the leaf. Some people prepare a tea by steeping the dried or fresh leaves in hot water. Others consume them as a powdered supplement or capsule, if available. The important thing is to be consistent using a small amount daily, always checking how your body responds, and consulting your doctor before adding any new plant-based remedy, especially if you're already on medication. But even the best leaf won't work alone. It must be part of a healthy routine. So let's look at a few realistic, low-effort habits you can start today. First, focus on whole, simple foods. Choose more vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. Avoid processed sugars and white flour. These foods help balance blood sugar and keep you fuller longer. For example, swapping white rice for brown rice or eating sweet potatoes instead of regular potatoes can make a big difference in sugar control. Second, don't skip meals, especially breakfast. An early meal with protein and fiber like oatmeal with chia seeds and a boiled egg can help prevent sugar spikes and keep cravings away. Skipping meals can actually lead to overeating later and more blood sugar fluctuations. Third, move gently but regularly. You don't need to join a gym. A 20-minute walk after lunch or dinner, stretching in the morning, or dancing to your favorite music all count. Movement helps your body use glucose for energy and improves circulation, especially in the legs and feet, where seniors often experience numbness. Fourth, drink enough water. Dehydration can worsen fatigue, raise blood sugar, and slow your metabolism. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day. Adding a slice of lemon, cucumber, or mint can make it more enjoyable. Fifth, improve your sleep. Poor sleep increases cortisol, a stress hormone that raises blood sugar and makes belly fat worse. Try to sleep at the same time each night. Avoid heavy meals late, and keep screens off at least 30 minutes before bed. Sixth, manage stress in small ways. Chronic stress impacts blood sugar, appetite, and heart health. Gentle practices like deep breathing, prayer, meditation, or simply sitting quietly in nature can calm the body and improve how it functions. Even 5 minutes of stillness in the morning or evening can help. Seventh, monitor your progress without fear. Keep a simple notebook. Track your energy levels, how your clothes fit, and your mood. This kind of awareness helps you see progress that may not always show up right away in medical numbers. Celebrate the small wins. Eighth, ask for help when you need it. Whether from a doctor, a nutritionist, a family member, or a community group, support is key. You're not meant to go through this journey alone. Sharing what you're doing can even inspire others around you. Finally, remember this. Healthy living is not about punishment. It's not about cutting out everything you love or pushing your body beyond its limits. It's about giving your body what it needs with love and patience. And if this one natural leaf can become part of your daily care, if it helps you feel more balanced, more energized, more in control, then it's a gift worth trying. But always combine it with the simple steps that keep your whole body in harmony. Your health is not defined by your age. Every positive change, no matter how small, is a step toward a better tomorrow. If you've made it this far, take a moment to recognize something important. You're already taking control of your health. Just by seeking out information, by opening your heart to new ideas, and by being willing to try, you've done something powerful. Living with chronic conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, or belly fat is not easy. The physical symptoms, the emotional weight, the frustration of trying so hard and seeing little change, it can all feel overwhelming. But you are not your diagnosis. You are not your numbers. You are a whole person with strength, wisdom, and the ability to grow no matter your age. The truth is, health after 60 is not about perfection. It's about small steps that build momentum. It's about giving yourself grace when things feel hard, and courage when it's time to make a shift. The miracle isn't just in a leaf or in a new habit. The miracle is in you, in your willingness to keep going, to keep learning, and to care for yourself with patience and love. Let this be a reminder. You don't need to do everything at once. Start with one thing: a new cup of tea in the morning, a short walk in the afternoon, a better breakfast, a moment of calm before bed. These small shifts become a lifestyle, and over time, they begin to change the way you feel from the inside out. If this video has inspired you or helped you understand your body better, we invite you to join our community. Click subscribe so you don't miss future videos full of simple health education for older adults. Leave us a comment. Tell us where you're watching from and what part of today's message touched you most. And most importantly, share this video with someone you love. You never know who might be looking for this exact kind of hope today. Aging with health and dignity is possible. You deserve to feel good in your body, to wake up with energy, and to live life with joy. Let nature support you. Let your daily choices empower you. And never forget you're not alone on this journey.